we're in Flight York right now. You know what I'm saying? And this is Jet Smoke. And motherfucker, I bet I shake the room. But I ain't shaking the room. You know what I'm saying?
Shaking the
I'm
plane.
shaking the plane because nigga, we partying up with that bitch and we turn up. Girl, who you looking at? 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 Fucking me, 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 girl, and I fucking you. Or is you fucking me? Girl, and I fucking you. Or is you fucking me? Yeah. If I go by y'all, I just be stuck inside a baby's head. Or a Brody was my pilot, so nigga, July. Or turkey bacon, I could tell my concern, cause she don't know what happened. Pulled up like Batman, but it's magic. New York process, I got Bronx sweat, but the drill set, and the drill flex order all time. Yeah, that's copper. Your girl's not loyal, cause she my sex, so I guess 3D and all 3D, just like the track, and she keepin' me. I got her feet that I can't keep, she do a split right on the day. She open wide, say pump it up like Thelma Truck. Put in the trust, but my nuts go like grandma's best. She look it up, she not stuck. She tell me shit, you do low talk. I guess I'm not just being me, just fuck some me. God fuck with me, I'm extra clean, but if I'm dirty, I blame the girl. I clean her up, cause I got reasons. Touch the ring, I'm in a wrist, clean my wrist. Hold up, bitch, that's the shit. That bitch, she feeling me. I tell her, fuck you, me. The kiss keep knocking, man. Bitch, I ain't even left for a second. Why you calling? Make me think I don't even know if this will up or are you stalling? Stressing, yeah, I get it. Never had a dick like this depressed, cause you like that emo, but I be in the cups like emo hero. You need a hero, but I got shit to do. And don't got shit to do. My life's a fight right like the light. My tunes are lit, don't need a tip. My check is stack, I fly no cat. Girl, when you by my side, I don't even care, no, I don't even care, no. Turn on you, tell the truth, till I do, I'm a cool, right now, and it's her, girl, who you looking at? 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 It's her, fucking me, 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 fucking me. Girl, am I fucking you, or is you fucking me? Girl, am I fucking you, or is you fucking me? Yeah. Check, turn, we up there. Hey, hey, hey. Check, check. Taurus, it's up there. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I'm up there. All day. Bitch, I'm just smoking that George back.
What's up with you guys? How y'all doing? Make sure the volume working. Give me a second, y'all. Make sure this shit working real quick. Right. So Sun in Taurus, Moon in Libra. You know what I'm saying? So the Sun in Taurus and Moon being in Libra. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what can you relate to at these times? You know what I'm saying? And in a Karen like way, not a Karen, but a Karen like way. What can you compromise with and relate with? You know what I'm saying? With anything in general, with the sun being Taurus, the moon being in Libra. You know what I'm saying? Because this moon in Libra is kind of pushing us to see what kind of seeds we planted cause we're not on the full moon yet, but when it gets to the full moon, it's kind of like what kind of seeds you planting as of now to get to a point where you can feel at a point where you're like, okay, I got what I had to do. I did what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta feel lost. You don't gotta feel disconnected. You can still feel you like you know what you're doing at these times like that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you're relating to, whatever you're doing it with, whatever period, you want to make sure you know what you're doing in general. Because when you know what you're doing, you're in a space of where now you can figure shit out for yourself and you and others. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really gotta think for others like that too, because others will come to the realization to think for themselves in general. You know what I'm saying? Just because you know how to think for yourself so much, it's kind of like an energy of this. When you got so much love for yourself, you got enough love to give. That's kind of like the energies in the sky right now at the moment. So if you got a lot of love for yourself, you can give out as much love as you can possible with others in general. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you know how to compromise with yourself first, then you can compromise with others. Because since you already did the shadow work within yourself, it's okay to do it out externally now because you already got the energy. Like, okay, I can do it now, and I don't got to feel lost or confused or like I'm doing the wrong thing or saying the wrong things to some individuals or I'm slipping up. You feel like you're just vibing out and shit like that. You don't gotta feel all lost and disconnect and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? With that being said, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like with the sun in Libra. I mean, sorry, with the sun in Taurus. You know what I'm saying? The moon being in Libra, it's also pushing us to show. It's also pushing us to get with the program. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't began with the program, get with the program now because whatever it is you're doing, you know what I'm saying. You need at least something that you can uh uh parlay with, seclude yourself in. You know what I'm saying? Concentrate with. You know what I'm saying? If this could be a business, this could be an associate, this could be whatever. You know what I'm saying? Concentrate with it. If you're not working at the moment, you know what I'm saying, or okay, you don't need a job, or if you need a job, you know what I'm saying, compromise with somebody that you can connect to easily in the business. You know what I'm saying? You may have family that works in the business, you may have some friends that work in the business, you may know some people that work in the business. It's time to connect with people like that because then you can get the energy back for yourself and get this all this manifestations, not manifestations, but it can lead to manifestations if you're on the right track. You know what I'm saying? Not all of us can get to points so we can get manifestations like that, but it's kind of like the point where if you know what you're doing, you know how to get with the program like that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you make something work, you make something in your life, whatever it is, you make it work in your life. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta feel lost and confused. You make that shit work. You know what I'm saying? You can be flipping burgers, you can be whatever, you can be in jail, you can be homeless, whatever. If you know how to make it work, you know what I'm saying? If you know how to make the program work for yourself, you know what I'm saying? You can be, whatever you're doing, you gotta make that shit work. So we make that shit work. You got a program where you can get a lot of energy work for yourself. Not energy work, but a lot of the what's that word for? That coiling system for yourself. When you correlate and you get that coiling system for yourself. So you guys have to get all the minerals, all the gold, all the sulfur, all the everything, all the bronze, whatever you want to everything, got all that shit for yourself. So when you start mixing that shit, the copper, the nickel, the lead, all that shit, you start to make some hard ass golden system in the esoteric realm, and you got no one that can push you down and bring you down on their level because your fruits are so high. The fruits you bear are so high, niggas and bitches can't shoot that shit down. No matter how many rocks they throw at it, no matter how many things they throw at it, it's just way too high. So in order for people to even consort with your actual fruiting system, you know what I'm saying? You only gotta connect with people like minded or on your level, you know what I'm saying? And fuck that Masonic term level, but this is the best words I can come up with right now when I say on your level or on your same space. So you can connect with people on your same space. You got people that you can connect with in general, you know what I'm saying? So when you got your little one-to-one system going up in the spiritual realm, you got your fruiting system going, it's too high up to reach the people you can connect to, only the only ones that can eat your fruits. And this is some good ass fruit. Yo, how the fuck do you and then but see them say how the fuck they don't know that they're on that same pinpoint as you, that same space as you, so they can even come up with better ones too, or then y'all can teamwork is dreamwork, y'all can keep building with each other and get to the real status with yourselves. You know what I'm saying? That's how you become a real gilder in general. You know what I'm saying? You want to know what the fuck you're doing to get this with the program and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I always feel like every time I go live, I'm always forgetting one thing. I'm like, damn, I need to get my coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to make the coffee for myself or some tea or whatever, but it's where I ain't bitching like that. Like I'm still gonna stay for a while. I just had to say that because I feel like that's always needed. But I want to start getting dry mouth or calm mouth or whatever it's like that. But check it out. Yeah, with that being said, it's kind of like when you're connecting, you know what I'm saying? We all connect to make realizations work, you know what I'm saying? Realizations, you know, nations, you know what I'm saying? Vacations, you know what I'm saying? You know, all that Asians, you know what I'm saying? Because you get that Asian, you know, the shun things in their spaces. So you get all the energy work, and you make that shun work for itself, you know what I'm saying? And work for you. So when the work, to work for you, you gotta work for itself first and see where it's doing weird, and it gotta do what it's gotta do its shadow work where it comes to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're already doing the shadow work, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you watch this channel, you're already doing shadow work, you know what I'm saying? You're already a spiritual being, you're a spiritual master. You just gotta know what the fuck to do. You gotta know how the fuck to use these systems, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be all over the place. You want to make sure when you use these spiritual master plans, you got behind closed doors. You know how to, you want to make sure you know how to use it for yourself and use on you and yourself only. So don't feel like you got to be in a space where you got to prove to others, oh, I'm this spiritual master, or prove to people, oh, I'm them, this, I'm that. You don't got to prove, you don't prove nothing to people. All you got to do is continue being yourself. Because when you continue being yourself, you get all that energy work for yourself. You get all that energy for yourself. And you don't gotta prove nobody wrong. You already got the proven and the wrong on, because it takes for you to even become a spiritual master or magi, whatever. You need the proven wrong energy. You need this energy. You need that. You need this to even get to a space. So when you get all that energy work for yourself, you got a space where now you got your whole creature with yourself. So that creature becomes the actual energy. You know what I'm saying? That being. You know what I'm saying? So you don't gotta feel lost and confused. You got all that shit for yourself. So you want to be in a space where you know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't get it fucked up. If you feel like you're doing too much overexalting, not overexalting, but overstressing your brain or overstressing your mind, then you should probably stop. You know what I'm saying? Because you should. Anytime you're doing something, if you think you seem, anytime you do something that seems like fun to you or seems like you're having spiritual work with you, you want to make sure that you're never not having fun. You know what I'm saying? Always make sure you're having fun. And even if you're not having fun, sometimes psych yourself to make sure, oh, I'm at the beach, or I'm at a concert, or I'm at this, I'm at that. Because when you make sure you're in spaces like that, you always you psych up your mind, you psych up your spirit, make your spirit really think you're at these spaces. Because you really be at these spaces, but just it's for you to become a spiritual magi, spiritual master, to come up with conclusions to know, oh, I'm in these spaces, I'm in this and that. You know what I'm saying? So you don't gotta feel lost, you know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck you're doing. And that being said, you know what I'm saying? When you get to these points where now you got people give me the clear this go, clear this go, clear this go, yes, bitch, whatever you got going on, you don't gotta pay too much attention to those motherfucking individuals. You're in spaces where you're just gonna continue being yourself, and that's the energy work for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't need no people saying, "Oh, you're doing you don't need people pushing you, being like, oh, you good job, bro. Oh man, hell yeah, dude, you're doing this. Oh man, oh yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Oh my God, yes, bitch. You don't need none of that work. You don't need none of that attention because that's just a perk. You know what I'm saying? You start to be in spaces where now you're getting to different levels, and fuck that level word again. But I'm saying this for just I'm saying this to say this. You get to different levels. So when you get to different levels, you got different energies with you. You know what I'm saying? So every step up the ladder you're going, or fuck a ladder, every step up a space you're going, or out every time you're going out, it's all distance and closeness. Every time you're going more distant, you get different spaces, I mean different energies with you. So you start to seclude create different energies with you, and different type of creature, not creatures, but golems and creatures, and mind states and all types of things with you. So you start to carry this shit with you in different broad out realms of realities. And that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be in spaces where you know that's what you're doing. So you don't gotta feel lost and confused. You know what I'm saying? You're doing shit because you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta feel like, okay, man, maybe if I'm doing this, maybe I should slow it down right now. Maybe I shouldn't go so far with this, because if I go too far with this, people are not gonna understand what I'm trying to say, or this and that, yada yada yada, and yada yada. No, who gives a fuck? It ain't about all that shit, nigga. It's about just understand what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So when you know what you're doing, you become a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do your spirit, when you know what you're doing, you a bad motherfucker. Period. So if you know what the fuck you're doing, you start to play with shit behind closed doors. You start to become the puppet master. You start to become the spiritual master, spiritual magi, all that master. So you start you're controlling shit from the behind closed doors, and you know motherfuckers whatever they got going on, they don't know why certain shit is playing out in their realm in their life. You know, so they don't know why certain shit is playing out in their life. So you can be going through the best thing and the best shit in the world, and you can have someone trying to shoot you down and be like, "Oh, you shouldn't feel like this, bro. You remember this, or remember this situation, or remember what this last relationship you were in, or remember this one to one. Remember, oh, you and this, yeah, 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 all that shit. It's kind of like you don't gotta. You don't gotta feed into that stupid ass energy. You know what I'm saying? You already got an energy for yourself, but you already know what the fuck you're doing with yourself. You already know the type of spaces you are with yourself, and you can start to come up with conclusions on how, okay, maybe I shouldn't even feel like this in general, because however this individual trying to make me feel, I'm already beyond that feeling. I don't feel like that anymore. So I don't care how many times this individual trying to make me feel like this and that. I don't feel like that. So whatever they're doing, let them keep doing that. Cause let that demon keep working hard. Cause that demon, if a demon's gonna be hating you just for being yourself, then let that demon continue hating you, because that's that demon working hard for you and working hard for itself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, working hard for you, and they work hard for themselves, because they know deep down, dog, I'm a demon, so I shouldn't even. So it's like, believe me, all demons come to those realizations where they know, oh shit, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm kind of probably going way. I'm working way too hard right now. I shouldn't even be all this. But see, they don't know why they keep coming back to you and keep feeding your energy. And it's not that they do that; it's because the demon's gonna do that by default. So a demon's job is to try to torture individuals. But when you're a spiritual master, spiritual magi, spiritual descendant master, you know that all these, whatever the demon tries to do to you, all that is like baby punk ass work. All that is like baby work. They don't even know what they do. So it's like demons don't know what they do. Humans don't know what they do. So let them keep on playing around with us, real spirits, until they get stung. But see, that stung they won't understand where it's coming from, because they're just working so hard. They don't understand, oh shit, it's this and that, this and that. Nah, it's just that you're retarded. You know what I'm saying? It's period. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be a demon kid, then you're retarded. It's period. Especially if you're fucking with a real spiritual motherfucker. You don't keep on, it's hurting yourself forever. And you may never get out that bondage, that binding system that spirit puts you in. So it's kind of like, you want to make sure you know what the fuck you're doing in these kind of situations. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be all over the place. Again, I always say that, 'cause that's a real fact. Don't feel like you should be all over the place. Feel like you should fix yourself up first. Then you can be in that space of trying to be all over the place. Because you're all over the place, it kind of makes sense now, because you don't got to do it for people. You do it for you and you and God. You know what I'm saying? Especially you do it for God first. It only plays out, but it looks less like you're doing something shit in mysterious ways. Your spirit works in mysterious ways. But if your space can connect to all possibilities, then it means makes you even more bad motherfucker. You're a cold ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You can't, niggas just don't know how to push you and rank you and class you, whatever. All they gotta say is, man, that's just motherfucker. He's a bad motherfucker. I don't know. That's just a bad motherfucker. That's all they gotta say, because there's nothing else that can pinpoint or play out on what in their life and what can even make sense to what's going on in their actual realm of reality. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like whatever is going on, you gotta know the tooling system. You know what I'm saying? The connection, the sourcing system. You know what I'm saying? The internet system. You know what I'm saying? The piloting system. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a real pilot, because by default, if you're a pilot or a pilotess, you should know how to pilot your spaceship. You know what I'm saying? So if you really don't know how to fly your spaceship, and you're just stepping on toes, and you're barging on certain spaces and places, and you're going certain spaces you don't belong as a spirit, that's going to eventually backfire. That's eventually going to bite you in the tail, and sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? You may not realize it when it comes, but when it comes, you're going to be like, oh shit, damn, I should probably never said that. I should probably never did that. I should probably never fucked with this motherfucker. I should stayed in my lane. No puns intended. Lane, you know what I'm saying? However you took off in that lane, when you took off and start flying your spaceship. And it's really never not how you take off, because you're always flying. But sometimes this stuff is for the young spirits, the baby minds, you know what I'm saying, that don't notice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you're flying that motherfucking spaceship, when you flying that motherfucking spaceship, they sometimes they have like a landing system. You know how a 3D airplane takes like starts to drive, and then it starts taking off. That's how was kind of what they did. They didn't know how to just fly immediately like that. They start off from the ground basics. You know what I'm saying? And start off from ground basics is not always a bad thing, but see, it's a bad thing if you're a first time flyer, you don't know how to fly a spaceship. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta realize we always fly spaceships all the time. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't get it confused. You know what I'm saying? You're always flying a spaceship. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is a spaceship. You know what I'm saying? You're always swimming. You're always flying. You within yourself, your chakra system. You know what I'm saying? All 7 chakras. Once you know how to go in all 7, there's really more than that. But I say it's 310, but I just say 7. Once you know how to fly in all 7 chakras, you know what I'm saying? You know how to go in each place, the crowns, the throat, the heart, you know what I'm saying? The root, the solar plexus, the root shot, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Once you know how to fly in all all those chakras, you know how to get to certain points and spaces and how to, okay, now I know how to fly this shit. Now I know how to get into be in certain spaces and places of spirit. So I don't gotta uh ask why motherfuckers are not doing this and that for me. You know what I'm saying? I can ask to myself, okay, it's just this, and I know what the fuck I'm doing now. Now I don't gotta feel lost and confused. I know, okay, is this me going through different spaces and places in the crown chakra? And now I'm not picking my nose, and now I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So now you can get to spaces of where now you know how to root yourself in certain chakras. So when you start to realize you start to decipher the colors, you start to decipher the numbers, you start to decipher the how it made you feel. So all that deciphered energy, you start to do it beyond this world. You know what I'm saying? So now you can connect with certain other chakras you got beyond this world, so out that you forgot you had these, and these have connected with these motherfucking chakras. You know what I'm saying? These are still yours. You just forgot how to get there. You know what I'm saying? But to get there, you gotta understand that within yourself, you're within first. You shouldn't go out and externalize everything. Be like, oh, this and that and this. You understand you're within first. Once you understand your constellations within yourself, it takes you to outer distance, further distance, all that shit. So you don't gotta feel like, okay, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should just stop. No, you go far out, far out, far out, far out, far out, far out. But you going that far out to get that far in general, you gotta understand you're within. You can't just go far out, just externalizing like this and be like, okay, let me go out right now. And okay, let me go on live right now. All right. Let me go on live right now. All right. Let me get this rock. Let me get this crystal. And let me meditate for like 30 minutes on live and not say anything and let everyone like, that's what kind of fake ass woke shit is that? That ain't no real spiritual shit. How you gonna find anything in life doing stupid shit like that? That's how you get like that's how you get like bashed, like fuck bashed on. That's how you get killed for real. Though. You play around with spirituality like that. You don't know how much witchcraft you're practicing on yourself doing some stupid shit like that. Or I'm gonna do this and meditate on camera and put this rock right here. You don't even know this. The west, the east, the north, the south. You're just putting shit in certain places. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's how you get killed, bro. You don't play around with spirituality. Spirituality is a real thing to take serious. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't take spirituality serious. They're using this fake woke energy for themselves. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that spirituality is they don't like the work, the shadow work. They hate the shadow work because they forget the shadow has the work in the end. So it's like they only understand the shadows and think, okay, if we do this behind closed doors, like meditate and do this spiritual shit, and whatever they do, they ain't even spiritual, but they see that spiritual because they think, oh, it's this and that and that and this. Man, they start to think, okay, maybe I should just go outside, meditate, do this, put aside rock, and go on live for 20, 30 minutes and meditate and not say anything to the live streamers. And don't you know them? All people watching you look at you like an idiot. Like even then, no one's that stupid. No one thinks to themselves, okay, maybe yeah, whatever they're doing is making sense and is this and that. Nah, no one sees you like that, nigga. We all see you as a dumbass, a retardation spirit, all types of dumbass spirits in your space. You know, so period. You know, I don't know what the fuck you thought in your mind was. Oh, this is a good idea. I'm gonna laugh. Nah, nigga, no one gives a fuck or whatever you just did. You know, so we just seeing how dumb this motherfucker is do, how dumb this motherfucker looks. That's all we're looking at. You know, look how dumb this motherfucker. Look, look how dumb this motherfucker is. Who the fuck does nigga think he is? Nigga try to meditate in front of even if you're not really spiritual, a motherfucker can sense that and be like, nigga, what the fuck is this motherfucker even doing and saying? Why are they fucking not saying because they don't be talking, but let's say they say something like, whatever they say, like, what the fuck is nigga doing and saying? Nigga look like a retard. Like, you don't get your dragon breath face. You don't get your campfire in the neck. You don't get all types of just this form of chakra systems, all burning in hell. I don't know what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck these motherfuckers be into, but shit, we gotta help these certain spirits. Some spirits just don't even need help. Like I said, my last live stream, I said let's let certain spirits be. Sometimes you just gotta let certain spirits be, nigga. If I was on that live, I'd probably say I probably wouldn't say anything. No bullshit. I don't know what I say. Nigga, I'll be like, look at this retard and just leave. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Sometimes spirits just don't know what they do. You know, spirits just be retarded for no reason. So I guess like God's children, we're down here to just play the vessel with everything that they dislike. We just got to play that representation of what we are. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like letting the demon gaslight for themselves and gaslight for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know what they do. All they know is like, damn, well, I'm fucking up right now. Well, let me just leave this spirit alone. But see, they always come back to the conclusions. All right, let me come back to this motherfucker spirit, see what I can do with this motherfucker, see if I can slowly bring this individual in the same space I'm at, so we can both be in hell together. But let me just drag him deep, then drag them deeper with me, so I can see how far I can do. And then it always backfires. It always makes them go deeper in their hell, makes them even more secluded from the world because they're practicing church. They're trying to practice witchcraft on a hard spirit on one of God's children. How the fuck you gonna practice witchcraft on God's children? That's impossible. That's literally impossible, bro. So whatever you're trying to do, nigga, that's beyond whatever. I don't know what world you came from. You thinking that's a dope thing, that's a cool thing. Nigga, that ain't shit, nigga. Whatever you trying to do, it ain't shit. Cause God's children, we know we ain't shit. So whatever shit you try to put us onto, it ain't us. So nigga, yeah, I don't know what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? We try to help the motherfucking community, the people, community minded, the people, all that type of shit, and we don't get lost in nothing in no realm of reality. You know what I'm saying? God's children know what the fuck we do. You know what I'm saying? We know how to parlay the real way. We know how to you know, so get to a one to one of the real way. You know what I'm saying? So check it out, right? But yeah, with the sun being in Taurus and moon being in Libra, I kind of broke down those energies, but like if you gotta be spiritual to see, you gotta be spiritual to catch it, you know what I'm saying? But I broke down all that shit was basically breaking down the sun in Taurus, moon in Libra, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, get something that you know you can relate with, you know what I'm saying? Anything you do relate with, you know what I'm saying? Anything, it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Relate with a pencil and relate with a rock outside, relate with a tree, you know what I'm saying? Relate with anything. If you're relating with it and you're actually putting the energy work in it, you make friends with these things, you get the energy back. The universe somehow gives you the energy back. So it's like the universe fucks with you in general if you know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be lost in it. You know, so don't be lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Know what the fuck you're doing. So you know what the fuck you're doing. You're in spaces of where now whatever I'm doing, I know it's for the better cause. You know what I'm saying? It's for the better cause. It ain't for the little games, little boy and girl games. It's for the big boy cause, the big girl cause. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm doing shit for God. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing shit for God. I just need me to know that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is witchcraft. When you practice the witchcraft on yourself, you get to spaces of where now you're just so broad, you know what the fuck you're doing in all realms of realities. You know what I'm saying? And you start to remember certain forms you took in all realms of realities, period. You know what I'm saying? You don't get lost in nothing. You know what I'm saying? Getting lost is like literally impossible. And even if you do get lost, you always find conclusions just to find yourself just as fast as you lost yourself. So it'd be like a split second. Like it's the concept of loss is for a split second. And it's like it's weird. It's like when you're in those worlds, it's like it's weird. I probably shouldn't even said all that shit, but I mean that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you don't gotta feel being spaces of where you think, oh, I'm doing this for this and that and this and this and that and that and this. I'm doing this because I love to I love to do it. And I don't give a fuck on how people think and feel on what I'm doing. I'm doing this shit because I'm doing it, period. Nigga. I don't give a fuck how niggas think and how bitches think. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like how that energy, it's kind of like that energy when you're doing certain shit. You already know what the fuck you're onto. You know, so you already know the fuck you're doing when you're onto your spiritual one to one. You know what I'm saying? Your spiritual one to one can get you to far places if you know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? All your spiritual one to ones get you to your far places. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's spiritual, by default, it has to get you to your far places. It ain't gonna baby feed you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you baby feed it and you don't take that shit serious. Now, if you don't take it serious, then you don't get to the far places to whatever space you got to. You the same energy you put in, the same energy you're gonna put out. You know what I'm saying? Wait, I say backwards. The same as you put out, same. No, yeah, I said right. So whatever you say, whatever you do and say, and utilize in that spiritual space, you will get that shit back as much as you put in. You'll get it right back. So if you know what the fuck you're doing, you don't baby feed that shit. You don't get no baby crumbs back. You really put all your foot in the pot. All that shit in the pot. Then you get all that shit right back at you. You start to receive shit even beyond what you thought you put into it, but you knew what you put into it was really beyond this world. So you really got what you got back. So you start to everything in your life becomes like some sort of like walking You know what I'm saying? It's like some walking creation story, some Genesis story. It's like weird. So you know what the fuck you're doing. You don't gotta feel like, okay, I'm doing this shit because I'm being lost. I'm not you don't you never lost. Never think you're lost. Like I said, never feel like you're lost. Always know you're found. You know what I'm saying? Always know, not found, but always know you know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If you want to use the word found, you can use it, but it's really not you. It's not really not you being found, because who found you, nigga? Unless you're talking about an allegory of you finding one of your pieces in the puzzle or whatever you found. Nah, make sure it's something you knew what you're doing, you're creating. You know what I'm saying? You know something you're creating. You always know you're in creation mode. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you're always like some walking gold being creature. You know what I'm saying? You're beyond the gold being, and I ain't talking gold from this 3D realm gold. I'm talking about gold spiritual gold, and ain't even this 3D gold. There's some other shit going on there. So you become something. You know what I'm saying? Something that ain't shit. Cause it's like the best. It's like the best representation to represent you just ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like the live stream of today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna break it down one more time. With the sun being in Taurus and moon being Libra, relate what you have to relate with. You know what I'm saying? Relate with things that can help you and benefit you in your life. You know what I'm saying? Relate with a fucking grass if you have to. Relate with something you can help that can help you out in your life. You know what I'm saying? And fuck helping you out in your life, but it can help you out in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Because you're only doing this shit for you and God, especially if you're doing it for God first. You're doing it for God first. You have no choice but to accumulate the manifestations back, accumulate the energy back, accumulate all that shit back. Because now your space is away. Now you don't even need no say so or confirmation. God is the confirmation. You know what I'm saying? God is the confirmation. Get that shit straight first, child. All right. Get that shit straight first. All right. When you know that, you don't need no one to one. You don't need no this. This is getting iffy, or this is getting sticky, or this is whatever. Now you know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because this now you're in spaces where you're beyond this realm of reality. You're beyond this world. You're in worlds of where you're seeing this the behind the closed doors, you're seeing the front closed doors, you're seeing the back closed doors, you're seeing the left closed doors, the right, the up, down, all that stuff, the left, all these loop around, and you know what the fuck you're doing, you know what I'm saying? And keep on doing that, keep on continue blossoming in certain spaces of where you forgot you could do, you know what I'm saying? And you're just doing this shit subconsciously. Now you're beyond this world. You're doing some other shit. Now you know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta feel like, oh, okay, man, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. No, you know what you're doing because now you're spiritual. You've always been spiritual, but now you know, okay, I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm gonna keep on continue doing this because now I know my superpowers. Now I know what I'm really doing. Now I know the fucking story, fuck my story. But now I know my footprints in the sand and know what I'm supposed to be doing down there. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're always supposed to feel like. And that's how you're supposed to, and then you start to realize I'm on a mission. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to be on. You know what I'm saying? Jet Spark Star Pilot out and we Jet Spark Star Pilot and we out in this motherfucker.